The trolley problem. The trolley problem is a thought experiment in ethics, which was first proposed by Philip Foot in 1967, a British philosopher who first created the trolley problem as a critique of consequentialism, the idea that the ends justify the means. Many philosophers have made variations of the trolley problem, looking at it from different angles, but in every variation, they all ask the same question: is it ethical to kill one to save many? Okay, so the trolley problem goes that there's a runaway trolley speeding down a track. It's headed straight for 5 people. These people cannot run off the track, and the trolley will surely kill all 5. However, you, a bystander watching from a distance, are standing next to a lever. Now this lever will switch the track, diverting it away from the 5 people. But on this track, there is one person minding his own business who also cannot run off the tracks, and the trolley will surely kill him. So your two options are A, do nothing and let the 5 people die, or B, pull the lever, killing the man but saving the 5. So the question is, what do you do? Now, like all philosophical thought experiments, there is no wrong answer. However, there are 2 schools of thought that answer this question very differently. There are the deontologists who say it is never right to kill someone, and thus it is more moral to let 5 people die than to kill the one. And the utilitarians, who say that you must maximize the total benefit for the maximum amount of people and reduce the numerical value of suffering, who say it is more ethical to kill 1 to save 5, because it maximizes the most happiness for the most people. Our intuition seems to side with the utilitarians in this example, but let's look at another. The fat man trolley problem. The fat man trolley problem goes that there's a runaway trolley speeding down a track towards 5 people who cannot run off the track and will surely die if hit by the trolley. This time, however, you are standing on a bridge over the track, and you are standing next to an exceptionally fat man. You know that the vast girth of this man would be enough to stop the trolley and thus save the 5 people. So your options are A, do nothing and let the 5 people die, or B, push the fat man onto the track, which will stop the trolley and save the 5. But the question remains, is it ethical to kill 1 to save 5? The deontologists still say never to kill, and the utilitarian says push the man. But this time, our intuition seems to say let the 5 die. So what's the difference this time? On paper, the 2 problems are pretty much the same, but why are we more reluctant to kill someone this time? It could be, perhaps, that the person you are killing this time seems uninvolved, even though in the first example the single person wasn't necessarily involved either. Another reason may be, perhaps, that it is more personal to actually push another human onto the track, and thus feels more as if you are intending on his death and using him as a tool. Where in the first example, the person's death seems to us as a side effect to saving 5 people, even though you are still killing a person. The fat villain trolley problem. So in this expansion of the fat man trolley problem, you have your trolley, your 5 sure to be killed victims, and you standing on a bridge over the track next to an exceptionally fat man. However, in this example, the fat man is the very villain who is responsible for this crazy scenario. And you are presented with the same options. A, do nothing and let the 5 people die, or B, push the man onto the track, saving the 5. So in this example, our intuition seems to say kill the 1, even though in the previous example we feel hesitant. Now knowing that he is a villain, we seem okay with it, because perhaps we feel as though he deserves it. But the question is still the same. Is it ethical to kill 1 to save many? The doctor and the 5 patients. Now this example of the trolley problem is set in a hospital where you are the doctor, and you have 5 patients each with a different organ that is bad and who will surely die tomorrow if they don't get a transplant immediately. And because of the recent obstruction in transportation due to trolleys getting stuck on fat people, there's absolutely no way that you can get a proper transplant for a week. Now in walks a man here for a routine checkup. After the checkup, you conclude that he is perfectly healthy and matches the blood type of all 5 patients, and has one of each organ they need in perfect operating manner. You know that if you kill the man, you will in fact save all 5 of your patients, and you also know that you will not be discovered if you do so, because the police are too preoccupied with the recent string of trolley murders. So the question is, do you let all 5 of your patients die? Or do you kill the man, allowing you to save all 5 of your patients? The deontologists still say let the 5 die, and the utilitarians say kill the man, but our intuition this time seems to be a bit fuzzy, perhaps because you are very involved with all 6 victims, inversely from the previous examples where many of them were just a number on a track. In this scenario, you can sympathize for your patients more, but you can also feel the horror of murdering the man. Or perhaps you strongly agree with the deontologists or the utilitarians, both who argue that the other is fundamentally wrong. The utilitarians say that the fact of being in this situation where your choice has the possibility to lead to the death of anyone, no matter how many, means that you are inadvertently responsible for all lives in the matter. And so to them, the choice of letting 5 die is the same as killing 5 people. And so when you compare killing 5 to killing 1, it seems to be an obvious choice. However, the deontologists would argue back that the action of deliberately killing someone is different than letting them die. Unger brings up a variation of the trolley problem where there are multiple choices. He asks, how many would you kill to save 5? Would you kill 2, 3, 4 to save 5? I mean, what if it was a choice between killing 49 to save 50? When is killing moral? No one has the answer, except for you.